Okay, so after placing social media icons in the right way, it's time to start styling and preparing them for some nice 3D effects. At first, we need to give some styles to link element, which actually wraps font awesome icon. So select icon link. First of all, let's define its width and height. We need for both of them 200 pixels. And also create border. Assign to it values 8 pixels, solid, and the color white. So as you can see, icons are not surrounded by border, and it happens because, as we already mentioned for several times, by default link element is an inline element, and to inline elements width and height properties are not applied. So let's assign to it display block. Now we have different result, all the properties are applied, and as you see, social media icons ended up at the top left corner of link element. I'm going to place them in the center, and for that one of the best solutions is to make link element flex container and use some flexbox properties. So let's change block into flex, and in order to place icons in the center, use justify content center and align items center. And also, in order to get rid of default styles, let's use text decoration with the value none. Alright, so now everything seems to be okay. Last thing regarding a link element is to make its corners a little bit rounded. So let's use border radius with the value 5 pixels. Okay, with link element we are done. Let's move on to icon itself. We have already selected it. Icon has two styles, color and font size. And next, I'm going to define width and height for it. Write width and assign to it 150 pixels. And then height, write again 150 pixels. And also change background color. Use here 555. So that's the way how icons are looking for now. After increasing height and width, they ended up at the top left corner of box. So we need to place them perfectly in the center, and for that again let's use flexbox. It's kind of different situation. In general we use flexbox when we want to align child elements inside container, but besides that you are able to use flexbox in order to manipulate on content of element. Actually, we need here same properties which we use for link, so let's grab them and paste here. So now content of icon is placed in the center, and last things regarding icons is to create border and also shadow. So let's assign to it border with the values 3 pixels, solid and white color. And then create shadow. We need here text shadow with the following values. Write 0, then 10 pixels, 20 pixels, and as a color write RGBA 000.5. Alright, that's it about icons. Next, I want to create something like axis. Later, along this axis, link and eye elements will be rotating, and they will create 3D effects. I'm going to create axis using before and after pseudo elements, so let's select icon link with before, then make content empty, set height and width. As a height we need 30 pixels, as for width let's assign to it 5 pixels. Then set background color as white. Next we need to set position as absolute, because for now without it element won't be visible. And lastly, define top position as 0. So here we have half part of axis. We need to create same down below. Let's do that using after pseudo element. Actually, we need the same properties. So let's duplicate this entire code and then make some changes. Instead of before, write after. And then we need to change top position into bottom. Alright, that's it. Axis is created and actually icons are prepared to build some nice 3D effects. For that, let's move on to the next lecture.